Hello friends, welcome to CNA, that is Creative News Analysis. In this Creative News Analysis, what we will do is we will select some of the important topic from the Hindu and link them with the static syllabus, that is basic aspect of our syllabus. So friends, one such article which came in today's The Hindu is I have mentioned here. So friends, Karnataka Renewable Energy Development Limited has proposed a setting up of 500 megawatts solar park at Aurad in Bidar district. So this is an article which is in news. So friends, what we will going to discuss in this particular video is we will discuss in detail what is in the news and about KREDL, then major programs in renewable energy sector, which includes a National Solar Mission 2010, Pradhanmantri Kisan Urja Suraksha Evam Uttan project, that is PM Kusum 2019. Then we also discuss about the Atal Jyoti Yojana, that is Ajay Phase 2, and Solar Park Scheme 2014 and International Solar Alliances 2015. So friends, now we will discuss what is in news. What is in news in today's article. So friends, in a step towards its plan to harness more renewable energy in the upcoming days, state government has now proposed to set up the solar park in Aurad Taluk in the Bidar district. So friends, in order to harness the more renewable energy in upcoming days in state of Karnataka, what the present government has done is state government now proposed to set up the solar park in the Aurad Taluk in Bidar district. And friends, proposed 500 megawatt capacity park will be set up by the Karnataka Renewable Energy Development Limited, that is KREDL, along with the Pavagada Solar Park in Tumkur district model. So friends, as you might have aware that already KREDL is now running the Pavagada Solar Park. Along with the Pavagada Solar Park, what the KREDL will do is it will set up another park at the Aurad Taluk in Bidar district with a capacity of 500 megawatts. And friends, project is expected to be commissioned by December 2025. So project is going to be started by 2025. And friends, solar park will be set up under the Ministry of New and Renewable Energies Mode 8 scheme of development of solar park and ultra mega solar power project. So friends, you have to remember that Ministry of New and Renewable Energy has a scheme that is called Mode 8 scheme of development and solar park and ultra mega solar power projects. So under this particular scheme, government of Karnataka will set up the solar park at the Aurad Taluk in Bidar district. Okay. And friends, when it comes to the developmental model, it will follow the PPP model. Okay, solar park will be developed under the public-private partnership model. Okay, so try to remember, question can be framed on this particular aspect. And project will also include the development of basic infrastructure like roads and street lights in the park's vicinity. And friends, when it comes to the so far development, the Ministry of New and Renewable Energy, which has given its approval in principle for the project and will provide 30% of the project cost or rupees 20 lakh per megawatt, whichever is lower, for development of infrastructure in the park. So friends, as I mentioned here, so this particular project will also provide the benefit of basic infrastructure development, and that basic infrastructure will be provided by the Ministry of New and Renewable Energy. And friends, the total cost of project yet to be determined. So we do not know what is the cost of national park which is going to be set up at Aurad. Okay, so we don't know so far. We have not determined the total cost of the project. And friends, project has been proposed by KREDL to exploit renewable energy resource for the maximum benefit and support Government of India to reach the target of 500 gigawatt by 2030. And friends, I have mentioned this particular point because you can be asked a question on what is the Government of India's target, solar target. It is, friends, by the 2030, Government of India wants to achieve the 500 gigawatt. And friends, now we will talk about the KREDL, that is Karnataka Renewable Energy Development Limited. Friends, KREDL is established in 1986 as the nodal agency of Government of Karnataka to identify, promote, develop the renewable energy projects in the state. So clearly remember, it was established in the year of 1986 as a nodal agency for the Government of Karnataka to implement the renewable energy projects in the state. And friends, beside KREDL coordinates with all the agencies both at the state level and the national level to promote the renewable energy in the state. So what is the function of KREDL? It coordinates with all the agencies both at the state level as well as the national level. And friends, it also coordinates all the issues relating to the development of renewable energy projects in the private sector and assist the independent power producer, government at the state level, at the national level. So friends, along with the coordination, what the KREDL will do is it will also sort out the issues relating to the development of renewable energy project in the private sector, independent power producer and the government both at the state as well as the national level. And friends, next important part of our discussion is major programs in renewable energy sector in India. So friends, one of the important program is National Solar Mission. So National Solar Mission was launched on 11th January 2010. So friends, try to remember, it was launched on 2010. And friends, National Solar Mission is a major initiative of Government of India with active participation from the states to promote ecological sustainable growth while addressing the India's energy security challenges. So friends, it was to promote the active participation of the states in order to promote the ecological sustainable growth as well as the addressing the India's energy security, that is power consumption. So balancing environment as well as the energy security. Initial target of NSM was to install 20 gigawatt solar power by 2022, but this was upscaled to the 100 gigawatt in early 2015. So friends, initial target in the 2010 was to install the 20 gigawatt solar power, but what happened in the year of 2015 is target was raised from 20 to 100 gigawatt. So this is a important modification you have to remember. Another important scheme of Government of India in the solar sector is Pradhanmantri Kisan Urja Suraksha Evam Uttan Mahabhiyan, that is PM Kusum. So friends, it was launched in 2019 and it aims to help the farmer access a reliable daytime solar power for irrigation, reduce power subsidies and decarbonize the agriculture. So friends, when it was launched, PM Kusum was launched in the year of 2019, and what was the aim? It was to help the farmer to access the reliable daytime solar power for irrigation. So in order to ensure the access for solar power for irrigation and also to reduce the power subsidy burden to the Government of India and states, and along with that to decarbonize the agriculture. And friends, PM Kusum provides farmer with incentive to install the solar pumps and plants in their field. So what is the another important aspect is PM Kusum incentivizes to farmer install the solar power pumps and the plants in their field so that they can use the energy generated from the solar plant for irrigation. And next important project or scheme with respect to the renewable energy is Atal Jyoti Yojana, that is Ajay Phase 2. Friends, the scheme for installation of solar street light with 25% fund contribution from the MP-led funds. So friends, another very important, because you can be asked what is the purpose of Atal Jyoti Yojana. So it is to installation of solar street lights with 25% of fund share from the MP-led funds, that is a share of a certain amount, that is 25% of fund from the MP-led funds which is given to the member of the parliament. And friends, basically Ajay scheme was launched in September 2016 for the installation of solar street lighting system in the states with less than 50% of the household cover with a grid power. So in order to provide the solar street lighting in those states which have the less than 50% of the households cover with the power grid. And friends, another topic is solar park scheme. That is why we are discussing this particular video. Friends, the scheme was rolled out by the Ministry of New and Renewable Energy on 12/12/2014. That is 12th December 2014. So try to remember, solar park scheme was launched by Government of India, that is particularly by the Ministry of New and Renewable Energy on 2014. And friends, solar park provides a solar power developers with a plug and play mode by facilitating necessary infrastructure like land, power evacuation facilities, road connectivity and water facility along with all the statutory clearance. So basically what the solar park scheme does is it helps or it provides a solar power developer with a plug and play mode by facilitating the necessary infrastructure. So it provides the necessary infrastructure such as land, power and road connectivity, water facility along with all the governmental clearances. And friends, another point you have to remember is India's biggest floating solar plant being developed by National Thermal Power Corporation, that is NTPC, at Ramagundam at Peddapalli district of Telangana. So you have to remember India's biggest floating solar power plant is developed by NTPC, that is in the state of Telangana. Okay. Friends, another important part of our discussion is International Solar Alliance. So it was conceived as a joint effort by India and France to mobilize efforts against the climate change through the development of solar energy solution. So friends, it is a joint effort by the Government of India and France to make efforts against the climate change by developing the solar energy solutions. And friends, it was launched at the United Nations Climate Change Conference in Paris, November 2015 by the Indian Prime Minister and French President. So friends, when it was launched in the year of 2015, and by whom? By the Prime Minister of India and the President of France. Okay, that is at the sideline of United Nations Climate Change Conference in Paris. And friends, what is the vision of International Solar Alliance? Friends, International Solar Alliance has vision, that is, let us together make sun brighter. Okay, this is a vision. And friends, when it comes to the mission, every home, no matter how far away, will have a light at a home. So this is a mission, friends. This is a mission. And friends, next important point is headquarter. Where does the headquarter of ISA is located? Friends, National Institute of Solar Energy, that is NICE, in Gurugram, India. So in Gurugram, headquarter of International Solar Alliance is located. So friends, with this we come to the end of our discussion. Thank you friends, keep watching our videos.